Okay, so I know we have a horse channel. This is a fascia release actually, which is part of the horse channel. So before I put the video on, unfortunately, let me just see if he's going to let me do it. So I wanted to just show, I'll show you some facial lines on a horse. But so what's interesting is you'll find that on quite a lot of the body work with the horses, if you release the pole, you release the tail. So these facial lines, which is pretty much like meridian lines, but basically there's some that go down the neck and into this area, yeah. So, and then you'll see his fangy sticking out, and he's put it away because I've just done a release line. Wait, boy. He's like, don't do anything more. Finished now. You finished. But this fang sticks out when there's tension here. So, and if you remember, I'll just repeat this for if this is the first video you're watching. This is the cat. Nothing physical happened to him except 2 years back with the New Year's celebrations. He became terrified with they were setting off those stupid loud, incredibly loud cracker, bomb crackers or whatever. Anyway, he and his siblings had a really, that hurt. I know it hurt. There's a lick and chew. He and his siblings, because they were all of them, they were under a year old, I think. And they all took a lot of trauma. His was the worst. He was terrified for almost a year, but the terrified, I've really upset him now. Okay, he's leaving. Oh, disappointing. He left now and he's returned. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to do what I wanted to earlier. I'm now going to just do the light touch, or the dogs are going to make a noise in a minute. But he should, he's purring. He is purring. So this is such a slow, one would speed this up. I can take my time. But, yeah, there we go. So, we would call this running energy. And his reactions. It's going to take a while. Oh, he says that was too. Okay, I don't know what he's saying. I'm not finishing my sentences. So what we're wanting to do is to do a little bit of square breathing. So I struggle with him when he's normally lying on my lap to fold his legs. You want to get some square breathing, because we want the chi, the energy through my hands to build up. And it just goes into the body, and his body it'll go where it needs to go. But I'm going to tell you another breathing is it's a double inhale, and it's a quickish, and a long exhale. Okay, so that particular breathing reduced the connection between my hand and his jaw. So I will change that breathing. So there's always room for the breathings. So that's the psychological side that I've just explained. It didn't work. It cancelled out. It seemed to switch the connection off. So the other one is, it's inhale for 2 counts and exhale for 4. Or inhale for 3, exhale for 6. So it's double exhale. You can even inhale for 4 and exhale for 8. See if that will work. Otherwise I must just go back to square breathing. That one's working. They've got pulsing and vibrating through my fingers. So I'm doing 2 in, 4 out. I feel like I want to do more, but there's pulsing coming back from his jaw to my fingers. So I'm going to increase the breathing to 3 in, inhale for 3 counts, exhale for 6. Very interesting. Again, that particular breathing pattern is not working either. It's reduced the connection between my ring finger. It's reduced that. So optimum is obviously 2 in and 4 out. Okay, so I'm going to change it to circle and a quarter. This quantum, you're getting into the actual cells. Circle and a quarter. Circle plus a quarter. Move, circle, quarter, circle, quarter. You can see the interesting that he's stretching his legs, circle and a quarter. And then, I don't know if I finished saying this in the first portion of the video. This is the guy. Oh, I never finished the story because he got up before the story finished. This is the guy that he had such body tension, it was actually most unpleasant. And it was so bad I couldn't even really touch him, so the energy work helped sufficiently. However, he would just slash out at you, draw blood. Can you just do this leg, circle and a quarter, circle and a quarter, circle and a quarter. So the acupressure point around the toes would be of a similar nature to of the meridians, at least. So this is not energy now, this is now this is EFT, emotional freedom technique, or low hand patting. So we're just wanting to stimulate where the ends of the meridians are. And it's just always fascinates me that he'll let me do this, because I'll tell you what, if I had sort of doing this without first having done the breathing and what I've been doing, I would be bleeding now. I'm going to go back to circle and quarter. I actually wanted to work on his ribs, which I'm there now. There's a lick and chew. Oh, I have a big, huge itch on my face, which is a referral from him. Wow. Oh, all over my jawline. Oh. So I'm not supposed to take on his energy. Well, I'm not supposed to take on any horses or animals' energy, but every now and then I slip up the lick and chew. On his ribs, he's not very keen about that lick and chew. Let me keep going. He's going to get up. Oh, like I get scared of him. Shouldn't laugh at him, but anyway, I do. Get a little bit scared, because he can just suddenly lash out. Wow, he hasn't for a long time. But you know, one remembers. I'm going to go back to the ribs. He actually pushed me off his ribs. There we go. He's going to fuss about it in a second. What's interesting, I don't know if you heard the dog sigh there. So they do pick up. Where's my hand? They do pick up the energies. When I'm doing this work, if I'm working with horses and there's a groom holding the horse, then sometimes if the groom's needed to be de-stressed, or if he needs to be, it's very interesting, they sometimes need to sit down. They start yawning and their breathing changes with the horses. Actually, every session has its own fascination. Total fascination. Well, this is quite interesting. I don't know if you can really. So what I'm doing here is his fascia's fine. It never used to be fine, but his fascia's fine. So where I'm going now is on the, well, I don't know in a cat what it's called, but it would be called, well, let's basically say the top line fascia. So I'm going deeper. Oh, yeah. So what's happened is I'm going deeper and I'm hoping to get through to the vertebrae. So cat's vertebrae is very different to a horse's. Oh, because the top line of the horse's neck doesn't have the vertebrae. Oh, there's stuff. Oh, I wish I had some way of explaining what's happening. Okay, pulsing, bouncing under my fingers. Bouncing is a very good word. It's like the muscles are bouncing back at me. Oh, and it's like a fullness. It's full. It's like when you block a hose pipe and the hose pipe's blocked, the hose pipe's blocked, the hose pipe's blocked, and suddenly it flows. That's exactly what it feels like under my fingers. It was first under the thumb, this one, and then under this one. And I've almost got him squashed. I'm surprised he's not getting up. I'll squash him. Let go the squash. That felt like I was squashing him. Look where this paw is. So you can't see. I wonder if I put the light on. Let's put the light on. Where's on? We have light. So he's not fussing about this at all. Head-neck junction. I think there's a bit of a, oh, there's a knot here where the thumb is. Let's see. Just a small one. It's interesting. I'm going to just vibrate it. It's not really where I want to be focused on. So I wanted to work on his ribs. His purring's almost ceased. And this rib, there the purring's doubled up. So what I want to do is I'm trying to move the scapula. So bearing in mind it's not about anatomy. It is just about finding what the body wants. Which is why it is actually energy work, intuitive work. It's actually intuitive work. It's like going quiet and waiting for the body to say what it needs. So, very fascinated. He's not too fussed about this rib here on this side. That's part of his stomach. You can hear the purring happening. Okay, so I'm just going to run some more energy. Change the breathing, run some energy. So when one runs energy, you do not need to actually physically contact the horse or the cat or the human. You can do it from a distance as well. I like to touch them. I like to have the contact on the body. I get quite a big feedback normally, feedback loop in me. If the energy is, if it feels like it's running strong, then I can feel it coming out of my palm and out of my fingers. I can actually feel it. In warmth, but more of a vibration, pins and needles, not pins and needles, it's a better experience than pins and needles, it's a nice feeling. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. I don't know, do you feel that big jump? There was a big jump. Yeah, there's the goosebumps. It's a very good explanation of his goosebumps out of my hand. Yeah, the dog sighing. It's a definite flow over. Oh yeah, that is a true strong stream of energy into the scapular area of this cat. Very true and very strong. So the whole evidentiary of this type of energy work, how do you, if it's a human, the human will get up and say, oh, that feels better. And in the next few days, he'll say, oh, wow, my shoulder doesn't hurt, or, I have more range of motion. But how does a cat tell you? So you've got to go into animal communication, then the cat says, oh, that feels a lot better. Or what, in my case with this guy, is that the next time he comes and lies on my lap and I've got a moment to palpate him, and see where, like normally at the back here, he's got quite a lot of tension there, hasn't been for a while. But I can palpate him. And then if he's really sore, he'll hit me and draw blood. If he's feeling comfortable, he'll just stretch out. I'm going to just put some more energy in the other scapula. That's very interesting and very, just that's all you get to see when you're running energy. I don't know if one would experience, oh, there you go, good boy. I'm going to leave it at that. Look here, the camera. Say something to the camera. Where's your face? Oh, where's the face? Where's the face? He says, oh, I'm sleeping. I'm going to just enjoy this. I need to, come look here again. Let me mess with him now that we're finished doing serious energy stuff here. Look here, Mr. Green Eyes. Look here. Oh, he says I'm not into. Oh, there's green eye. Oh gosh. So his mother had ginger. His mother was ginger and white. We don't know who his father was. But it's interesting colouring because you'll see. Oh gosh, any other time I would have done things like this, you would have got most mad. Sorry, let's not mess with this good energy. So it's not serious as well. It's very serious in the sense that the effects of it can be life-changing. But it's also life is, I can just joke about it. It won't change what's happened to his body. Actually, laughter will make it better. Okay, thanks for watching. M&M is the cat's name. M&M is on his face. Let's try and see. Come here. Show your name. There's 2 M's. Can't see them now. Oh, not so noticeable. Why does it not look? Maybe it's the angle of the camera, but there's a 2 M's on his forehead. Ugh. Maybe it's the wrong cat. No, it is the correct cat. Oh, gosh. Okay.